What's up? Doing another one real quick. She said that's like a half hour left in that movie. Oh, shoot. So what we got going on today? Monday. No, today's Tuesday. Got a side job after Linda gets home from work with my dad. Go hang this light fixture real quick.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
My favorite thing to do.
The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got it. Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep. They've got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Breeze to throw. He hits his target, left side, wants it. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch, hits a 1st down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Great job, D. Great job. Well. Ready. We're waiting.
On second down, Ingram. And some room to roam now. He chucks him and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, 32 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run.
Pause. I'll grab a drink.
Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. A dump off to Smallwood. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Ram.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down.
Let's go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now the pitch comes to Ingram, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing...
And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Eagles trotting back out there. You had their game last week against Carolina. What a disappointing loss for Philly to drop them to 3 and 4. What happened? They were up 17 points.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? And the problem for them, besides blowing the lead, which we'll get to in a second, they didn't score enough when they had the opportunity. They got 17 points, but they had an opportunity really for like 27, which would have really put them out there. But instead, they left Carolina an opening, and they took it. The Eagles are now only the 4th team in the Super Bowl era to lose a game. They led 17-0 or better in the 4th quarter.
Oh, my God.
And what a tough one for them. Now, Carson Wentz.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wendell Smallwood, 73 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. New Orleans coming back out onto the field here, Charles, but let's discuss Drew Brees. We, of course, talked about him in great length last week when he became the league's all-time leading passer. Well, this last week, he connected on career touchdown pass number 500 in that one-point victory against Baltimore.
Yeah, he's now beaten all 32 teams in the NFL. Only Brett Favre had done that prior to. And how about this? I saw the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Sunday, and he was there for a different reason. But I said, hey, with Drew Brees breaking all these records, is there enough space that you can get all this stuff in for him? He just said he keeps breaking them, we'll build him his own wing.
And his Purdue Boilermakers beat Ohio State. He was pumped after that. Good weekend for Drew Brees. Here's Brees. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Okie dokie.
To throw, it's Brees. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Brees.
Dude, I can't get
He's going
anything.
to go down again. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, pretty big piece of news around the NFL on Monday the 22nd. Dallas Cowboys, all the talk about them needing a big-time target out wide. They went and got Amari Cooper.
The speculation was there. The discussion was there. But then late Monday, as you noted, it became real. The Cowboys decided they needed a WR1 and went to Oakland and got Amari Cooper and gave up their #1 draft pick for 2019 in return.
What do you think of the fit there?
I think the fit is excellent. Dallas screaming for a wide receiver who can attract attention, stretch the field, and make big plays over the top. He can do all of that. He should help his quarterback, Dak Prescott, become an even better player.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Straight 15, straight 15. 81. Switch up.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Sheldon Rankins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He sets the fire.
Come on, this is bullshit.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make So they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now, earlier, Charles, we were talking about Drew Brees and all he has accomplished so far this season with the records that he's broken. But let's take a look at New Orleans as a whole. 5-game win streak. Remember that surprising Week 1 loss? All of a sudden, they're 5-1.
Man, you talk about that Week 1 loss to Tampa Bay, which was an early darling, and they fell off the pace before winning this past weekend. But you're exactly right about it. 5-game winning streak, that's wonderful. But they did have their struggles. Cleveland, wasn't easy to win that one. This week, beneficiaries of a missed point after touchdown. So they've had to do it the hard way, and it doesn't get easier. They're at Minnesota next week. Then they're home against the best team in the league, the Los Angeles Rams. They win these, they've earned them.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Brees gonna throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Kill! 36.
They do go for it. It's Brees. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. This complete left side to Aguilar. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They pitch out to Smallwood. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz being chased out left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, we got a second here. Let's take a peek around the league. What's coming up week 8. A couple big games as we near the halfway point of the season, Charles. I'm mainly looking at But Philly and Jacksonville and London, and then New Orleans and Minnesota, that should be interesting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Philly and Jacksonville, both teams struggling right now. The Eagles have already lost 4 games. They lost 3 all of last season. Both of those teams need a win in a big way. New Orleans at Minnesota, the Saints are on a heck of a roll right now. They've won 5 in a row. But the Vikings quietly have won 3 straight and seem to be getting their footing on defense again. And how about Green Bay? They had the week off this past week. Big win over San Francisco at home on a Monday night. They now head out to face the 7-0 Rams in Los Angeles. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that one. That is a big one indeed.
Aaron Rodgers, Todd Gurley, let's do this.
Now he'll escape to his right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on them. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Wentz now on first down. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey.
Oh, get them!
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sign of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Trey 15, Trey 15.
From the red zone now, Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And
Boy,
that's gonna be caught for an
no
Eagles
pressure.
Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They find some open field here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Got it.
On second down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try to make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, easy.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready. We're ready. 11. 53. Check 53. 5-8. 5-8. Silver. Check 99. Check 99. Over. Check 3.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. Eluding the pressure. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Breeze now on first down. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. first down. Breeze. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Bannon in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Defense step up
A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
82. 81, 81. Win.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. And now it's 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete.
Can I get a strip, please?
Take him down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down.
Why is it?
Ertz has it left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wendell Smallwood, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. Scary incompletion. Almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, but you got to get...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
One.
Picked off inside the 5, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
Really?
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into
that was no fun.
This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
I'm about to go find these couple plays. All right. Okay.